Did you know young learners can also take formal English tests? Do you know the Cambridge Young Learner Starters, Movers, Flyers suite of exams? Would you like to know what these exams are and have some tips to use in the classroom? If you're saying yes, then stay with me. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Learning Together with Robert. If this is your first time visiting me, thank you for being here. And if you're back, thank you very much for your support, because without it, this wouldn't make any sense. If you haven't subscribed, why not do it now and give us a like? Those of you who have already been here, you can fast forward to the main part of the video. I just want to welcome our new visitors. I'm Robert Martinez, and I have been an English teacher since 1994 and a teacher educator and language assessment specialist for almost 20 years now. It's been an incredible journey, having lived and worked in 9 different countries. I'm a self-tutor and assessor, online moderator, a full-time director of studies, and tutor on the IHCYLT course teaching English to young learners and teenagers, and I enjoy being in the classroom both face-to-face and online. If you want to know more about my professional background, experience, and qualifications, I've put a link to my LinkedIn profile and a link to a video cartoon version of my CV to jazz things up in the description box below. Feel free to check them out. Hello everyone again. This is the last video in the Cambridge Young Learners exam series. In the previous 2 videos, we looked at starters and movers exams. So today we're focusing on the flyers test. If you're an English language teacher looking to get a better grasp of what flyers exam entails, you've come through the right place. So what exactly is the flyers exam? Well, flyers is the 3rd and highest level of the Cambridge English Young Learners exams. It's designed for young learners, typically between the ages of 9 and 12, who already progressed through the earlier stages of the young learners tests, starters and movers. This exam is a great way to give your students a sense of achievement and to assess their progress in English in a fun and engaging manner. Flyers is equivalent to the A2 level of the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR, which means it provides a solid foundation in English and prepares students for higher level exams like the Key English Test. The exam tests the 4 key language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and is designed to make the learning process enjoyable and motivating for young learners. Now let's dive into the different parts of the exam. As we did in the previous videos, let's look at the different parts of the Cambridge Flyers test. The Cambridge Flyers exam, as starters and movers, is divided into 3 main parts: listening, reading and writing, and speaking. In the listening paper, there are 5 sections with a total of 25 questions. The tasks include listening to short dialogues and matching information, listening to conversations and answering questions, and listening to descriptions to identify pictures. The aim is to test students' ability to understand spoken English in various contexts. This is really important. The reading and writing paper has 7 parts with 50 questions in total. It includes tasks like reading short texts and choosing the correct word to complete sentences, matching sentences to pictures, and writing short answers. This part assesses students' reading comprehension and basic writing skills. And finally, the speaking paper, as for starters and movers, is conducted one-on-one with an examiner and has 4 parts. It involves tasks such as describing pictures, answering questions about a picture, and having a short conversation. This part is designed to evaluate the students' spoken English in a supportive and interactive environment. Now, let's look at the scoring system, which is straightforward and learner-friendly. Each skill, listening, reading, and writing, and speaking, is awarded a maximum of 5 shields, making a total of 15 shields, as with the other tests. There's no pass or fail. Every student gets a certificate that shows how many shields they have achieved in each part. This system helps to motivate young learners by recognizing their achievements and encourage them to improve. Now, would you like some tips and strategies to use in your classroom? Okay, here we go. When focusing on the listening paper, you could encourage students to practice listening to English as much as possible while devoting time to listening and reading along after the listening work has been completed. This allows them to hear and see those difficult words and helps them build a sense of rhythm and intonation as well as pronunciation. Use a variety of materials such as songs, cartoons, and simple audio stories. Don't be afraid of recycling materials. I do it all the time. Teach them to listen for specific information and keywords. This is another tip. This will help them to focus during the exam and find the correct answers more efficiently. Always model the activity first and accompany them step by step so to help them notice how the activity is done and how to listen better. Have them read the questions and instructions first. I know this is logical, but oftentimes we don't do this and then the listening becomes a memory test. Remember that if they don't know the questions or understand what they're to listen for, they will be stressed, confused, and will have to rely on their memory. So, a memory test. Also, you can practice past exam papers so they become familiar with the format and types of questions. Do it as often as possible, but above all, speak about the tasks, how they're useful, and what they need to do in each one of them. This learner training is what will help them become aware of the test and their own abilities. Doing mock tests for the sake of it doesn't really help them. Let's look at reading and writing now. Encourage daily reading habits. Simple storybooks, comics, and age-appropriate articles are great resources. Find out what it is they like in class and find readings related to those topics to tap onto their motivational drives. Work on vocabulary building. The more words students know, the easier it will be for them to understand the reading passages and complete the writing tasks. Plan word games like simple crosswords in writing or spoken interaction. For example, I like to describe the word orally, listen and practice, and then they write them in the crossword provided. Also practice writing short sentences and answers to questions. This will help them to get used to expressing their ideas clearly and concisely. Use your classroom walls to have a print-rich environment so they can see English written all over and their creations too. This has the added benefit of giving them a sense of achievement. And last but not least, speaking. You can create a supportive environment where students feel comfortable speaking English. Use games and activities that require speaking, such as role plays and storytelling, and exploit the materials in the course book or in the publisher's websites. Look for ideas on YouTube. I do it all the time. Practice describing pictures and answering questions about them. This mirrors the format of the speaking test and helps students to feel more prepared. Encourage students to speak in full sentences. This is so important. And expand their answers where possible. This shows their ability to use language more effectively. Okay, that's all for our overview of the Cambridge English Flyers exam. I hope you found these 3 videos on the starters, movers, and flyers useful and that it helps you in preparing your students for the test. So we've come to the end, but I will be sharing more exciting videos, so stay tuned and subscribe. Do let me know in the comments box if you have any special requests, and I'll try to make a video about them if there are enough of you commenting. Do share this video with your friends, and can I ask you a favor? Hit that like button so that more people can see this video. Bye for now, and remember, learning is fun, and you don't have to do it alone. So let's do it together with Robert.